Near, rip a hole in the sun. Welcome to Cum Paude. Why would you cum soft when you can cum louder? Yeah.
Welcome to Cum Laude. Cum Paude. Joined here by mi hermano, Dame Jitty Dench, Fermalicious. What is going on, brother?
Hey, howdy, hey. Championship week.
Hey, Pouty. Hey, I love that. Yeah, Pouty Duty, baby. Here we go. Championship week. We got a lot of stuff to break down here, and honestly, no housekeeping as far as the listenership is concerned to clean up this week.
No, I mean, other than not being festive enough during last week's production, might have missed that one, but, Festivus for the rest of us. Let's get on for a new good year, New Year's celebration here. That's why we're wearing our birthday suits for tonight's show, just bringing upon the dawn of a new age.
Yeah, just a couple of naked dudes talking fantasy football. And I gotta say, I mean, to my younger brother, your mustache is better than my mustache, which is hard to admit, but honestly, I must ask you a question.
I'm all ears.
You ready to run us through the fastest 3 minutes?
I am. I think we might hit it this time. We've been, 4.5 minutes, 4 minutes the last two that we've been trying to cut it down to 3, but we've only got 2 games to review this week, so I think we can make it happen.
Well, one of the things we do, I mean, obviously, is NMT, Nick McDaniel's time, and that's something that I feel like the thread has to take in. But let's see if we can do it.
Yeah, pop it up there. Cue the music. We can just start talking about how the second round of the playoffs went. So we had the Pubic Medusas facing off against Stage 5 Klingon. Pubic Medusas does take down Stage 5 Klingon 111 to 94.3. Stage 5 Klingon covers. There was a 19-point spread going into this. Ends up only losing by 14. We'll call it 14. It was 17 with the home field advantage. I don't like to consider that when we're talking about point spreads. But so they end up covering. Nick's pick does get the win. Picking Stage 5 to win that one. It was looking potentially bleak early on in the day for the Medusas. But here came Minshew Mania, and Brett Maher is a Dapper Dan man, goddammit, came through with 18 points, kicking them field goals for Dallas, getting all the points you need.
Brett
Big time. Maher.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Once
For
again,
the brand, baby. Get paper footballs for life. Let's go.
That's right. Yeah, we're definitely not hitting 3 minutes this week with some of that action, but I'm digging it. I love it. Keep bringing it. We got all the time in the world here. Got the production from Derrick Henry, a little bit from Christian McCaffrey. I think the big questions here are going to be the wide receivers. Zay Jones did not have a repeat performance. Mike Evans didn't have much. Deontay Johnson didn't have much. Medusa's, Gardner showed up, and then Maher doing what he had to do to score the points. Opposite side, Stage 5 Klingon, hell of a run. Great showing. Nobody thought you could do this year, trying to be the repeat winner for 2023, getting the name burned in again. Couldn't happen. Wide receivers, what happened? Not even 3 points combined, including the flex for wide receivers. Tyler Higbee tried to make it happen, just catching everything from Baker Mayfield there against Denver, but just not enough. But honorable mention, gets a chance in the third place matchup next week, taking on Ham Nation. Spoiler alert for the next one there. But way to go, Stage 5, hanging in there. Lost Cooper Kupp. That is a big difference, really is, not having Cooper Kupp in there.
No, I mean, we're Hig Beast, first in the world, and that's pretty much where we're at with Patty Mahomes carrying this team probably farther than anyone expected, and you summed it up right. Let's look at Ham Nation.
Yeah, let's jump onto the Ham Nations. getting taken down hard by Rivers Meet Timbers. 51-point loss. Nick did take Ham Nation actually to win this one. Ham Nation was favored by 8 points going into this one, but Rivers just brought it strong. Joe Burrow is just playing lights out here in December. George Kittle again stringing together some really big games, especially with Deebo Samuel out. And key note is Rivers actually played the waiver wire pretty well here in a semifinals matchup. Picked up the Rams D. Who would have guessed that Chef Russ would throw 3 interceptions and then, Ripien comes in and throws a pick 6. Lots of points for the Rams D coming in there. Also, went out and got Jason Sanders morning of. Tyler Bass went to the bench with the Bills. That was the right play. I think it was 8-1 in that pickup. Didn't really matter that much because Ham just fell flat. Josh Allen, standard performance, but not like the superstar performance that he has the potential to provide, but just nothing out of your running backs and wide receivers. So Ham Nation, again, really great push, came out of the cellar, made the playoffs, upset win in the first round. Just didn't have it to be able to string together enough weeks to get into the championship. Gets to face off against Stage 5 for the third place matchup.
Yeah, I mean, good team, right? Very good team against a team that, honestly, everybody would say was a very bad team. And have found their way to the championship. Kenny Galladay starting him this week.
Might have to.
Yeah,
might have to. Yeah,
absolutely. Let's. What do you
we'll see. Yeah. We'll see what that brings. Do want to do one quick shout out to ABCD's Nuts for bringing home the total points crown in Week 16, 136 points. Edged out league manager who had 129 points. Nick's picks 1-1 last week, season total 19-15. We'll see what he has to say for the big championship coming up here between Rivers and Timbers,
baby,
and the Pubic Medusas.
Bank, baby, 19 and what? What are we at?
19-15.
Oh, baby, let's go. That's winning us money in Vegas. Even more money down on Russell Street. Meet me by the Greyhound station. Let's go.
Yeah, let's bring us into the championship round here. What are we looking at?
Baby, Rivers Mid Timbers versus the Pubic Medusas, I believe, which is a euphemism from Shakespeare, designed to bring about a certain image, a certain compulsion, a certain reaction related to hair from the penile region. That is the Medusas. They are bringing the energy. They are bringing the noise against the team that no one thinks would ever win, against the team that Nick's picks will always pick against. And is this, in the championship, another week where Nick's picks doubts Rivers Meet Timbers, where Nick's picks favors Pubic Medusas, two teams who are evenly matched at 10-4 in the regular season and hanging themselves out there as Jeffrey Lordy, but also Drew Barnes / Andrew Barnes. I assume they're probably related on a birth certificate. We are looking at Joe Burrow versus CMC and Derrick Henry. If Derrick Henry does not play, is that a massive advantage for the Timbers? Fermi?
I think it is. I think it is, yeah. I mean, with the way that the wide receivers have been hit and miss for the Pudusas the last couple of weeks, he's throwing Amari Cooper in there. He's tossed around Donovan Peoples-Jones. He's hit with some of them. Zay Jones. He had the Jones brothers roll, and Zay fell flat last week. Maybe he bounces back against a team like Houston. But when you don't have a rock like Derrick Henry, that's a big miss. I think Jalen Hurts, you're highlighting him there. Gardner Minshew showed that he can play. He can put up solid points. I know Jalen Hurts has that potential to put up like a 30 spot kind of thing, but so does Minshew. He can run. He got in there with a rushing touchdown last week. So if you look at the roster, what are you going to do? I mean, are you going to throw Deion Jackson in there for Indianapolis, as your only other running back option? Or do you just go without a running back and just Medusa the hell out of it and throw up 170 points? I don't know what we're going to see. It's going to be exciting. And Rivers Me Timbers just doesn't stop winning. They took second place home last year. They have guaranteed at least that good of a finish this year. This team is just trying to run away with the Dynasty League, and Medusa's is what's in his way with it right here, right now. I think it's Medusa's. It's got to be. We've liked him all year. We've liked him from the start of the year. He went all in with draft picks, getting rid of them, locking up some big studs on his team. They've got to take home the ship, and I'm super pumped to wood burn the words pubic Medusas into the Public Honors College Football League championship trophy.
Oh, hell yes, you are. And honestly, it's not just an outright win. It is a 16-point win. Pubic Medusas by 20. Nick's picks. We are going all in for the win. We're taking the favorite at home against Rivers Me Timbers, partially because I've doubted him all year, so I'm going to continue to doubt him, partially because his team name is and icon is still named after a dude who would be the best quarterback for the Colts if he were to just come off the couch right now. But Pubic Medusas, J-Lo, Jeffrey Lordy. You can find him on LinkedIn.
Beautiful.
You can find him on Tinder.
Again, can't pass it up.
You can find him on Grindr.
He's just got so much to give. So much. Hot.
J-Lo, Jeffrey Lordy, Pubic Medusas, pushed all the chips to the center. He wins by 20. Lock it up. Stone Cold lock of the week.
Locking it in. I'm fading it. I think Rivers covers that 20. I think Medusas gets the win. One of these days we'll be right and pick the week that Rivers Me Timbers loses. I think it's this week.
Arrivederci. So
Killed a turd.
For real. What are you thinking moving forward? We've got a lot coming up in the next edition. We're talking about trades, the recap, who won, who lost. We're talking about the off season, the honestly, the winter meetings, which have been occurring while certain teams are still vying for a playoff berth or playoff championship. We are dealing with certain squads that are positioning themselves for a championship in 2025. You think we can cover that in the Cum Paudes looking forward?
Yeah, I'm excited. Just because the season ends doesn't mean that our world ends, right? We're a year-round league. Dynasty goes on forever. Trades open back up after next week, after the champion is crowned. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of activity. We've got the teams you mentioned looking to 2025, but I think there's going to be at least one individual who thought they had it this year might rename their team 2023, 2024 champs and start making some deals to see what they can do. Next week, We're going to look back at all of the trades that have occurred since the regular season started. We'll put some grades on them, say who's the winners, who's the losers, talk about who we thought was the biggest surprise of this year, who maybe fell flat, who do we like for 2023, because we know that the predictions that come from this production are always spot on, especially when you're looking a year in advance. And maybe we'll get a special visit from the champ. We'll see who wins, and we'll send out the invite and see if they want to attend the Cum Paude podcast for next week. A lot to cover, a lot to keep moving with, and we hope everybody stays in touch with the league during the off season. We hope you stay excited. We are switching to Sleeper. Say it time and time again. Get in the app, get in my belly, and start looking at trades. We've got the Turd Collector Bowl is happening as well between Come Sail Away and St. Brown and Hutch. They're showing off to see who the worst team is, collected the most turds of the year. Obviously,
yeah, baby, give me them turds. Give me them turds, baby. Give me them turds.
That's right. Y'all might see it in ESPN with different matchups, but the way Sleeper rolls is the worst teams that lose throughout the consolation ladder collects the most turds and is the ultimate turd collector at the end of the year. Doesn't have any kind of bearing other than gaining that title of turd collector. As we know, the number one overall pick in 2023 has been locked in by Come Sail, looking to get their guy and multiple guys with all of the picks that they have, and will continue to eat and trade and make sure that the mechanism of the Public Honors College Fantasy Football League continues to be in motion, greasing the wheels of the market. We will be establishing the taxi squad. Our league manager mentioned that in a previous episode. Essentially, that's 3 extra roster spots that you draft into. Will not ask teams to drop unless they have a surplus of draft picks going in to the 2023 rookie draft. You essentially can put people on this taxi squad. You can activate from them from the taxi squad during the regular season, but you cannot put people back on the taxi squad after the regular season has started. So it really bumps our roster size up to 25, 27 if you're including IR. Really emphasizes trades yet again. So a lot to come. Yeah. See how it shakes out. We've got a couple days till Thursday night football. Hopefully everybody's watching, following along, picking their ponies, seeing who wins the big money prize this year.
Hell yeah. I love all of this. I love the conversation about different overs and unders, different player props, the league group text is becoming very active as more states seem to become active in our betting profile. Lost $100 this week, and I'm grateful to have done so because of this league, and I hope everybody else is as fortunate as me moving forward. Dame Judy, really appreciate you taking us through this. Dame Judy, need to give you credit for making sure that this Cum Paude production leading up to the championship has been really just accelerated because of your efforts and infatuation and your infatuation throughout this production. The league members certainly deserve it. You deserve it. And if I could steal your mustache, I would. And I think that's probably what everybody is thinking and what I am saying.
I'm hearing the words that are coming out of your mouth. And I appreciate them. Bone broth's ready.
And so let's bring it to a close in under a half hour. just like we promised. Dame Judi Dench, Farmalicious, great luck to everybody involved in the championship, and even better luck to those of you who are trying to trade for draft picks with yours truly. Say goodnight, Fermi.
Good night, Fermi.
Thank you for listening to the official podcast of the Public Honors College Fantasy Football League. Coom quickly, coom often, and coom loud.